Hello, this is Lisa Daydreamer. Now, a couple times last week, I spent quite some time in Chalk Body Outlines, or whatever the heck his other channel is called, streams that he made about the Sanity Machine, defending Steven and defending his ideas. Now, I'll say up front, I think Steven could have gone about things a bit more maturely, and better, and differently. And again, with the way they were portraying him and his ideas, I don't blame him one bit for being angry. He had every right to be angry, and honestly a lot more angry than he was. Because, honestly, I think I was a lot more angry than he was. If you look at the messages I sent in chat, I didn't say any threats or anything, but you can tell I got quite angry. And I pretty much want to make this video as a response to my whole opinion coming back from not all these streams, and not even all of them, but pretty much with the interactions I had. And the main thing I want to address it because I could spend hours now just picking at and talking about some of the stupid things Drew and Toilet Bowl Earth and all that little clique were saying. And it is a bit of a disappointment because beforehand I did watch some of their stuff, mostly on Archaics, and I mean, it was pretty boring, but it wasn't necessarily bad. They made some good points about Archaics' past as a rapist, and yeah, Archaics is a rapist. I don't trust him one bit. But back on topic, I'm going to address how he kept mocking how Drew kept mocking the idea of perfect world, and the fact that even the Bible says that God creates evil and good, light and darkness, and how he keeps pretty much mocking all these ideas surrounding the true nature of God that's evident if you observe this realm, and the idea that this realm should be at least even a little bit better. And I think I'll title this video that anything less than perfection is unacceptable when it comes to the design of this realm. Because looking at this realm and then saying that whoever created it must be perfect, it must be worshipped, it's like looking at a painting from Michelangelo, except it's just a piece of canvas that he sneezed on and tried to call his best work, and saying, yes, that is Michelangelo's best work, and then never ever ever accepting anything better from an artist that even then Michelangelo and Leonardo and all these artists who themselves had a shady past, but at least were talented. At least, like, we know that, right? But when it comes to God, or when it comes to Yahweh, we have no proof whatsoever that this is a creative being, and that it is talented. And honestly, I speculate that it is a corrupter and copier of realms, and that this realm is a corrupt, incomplete copy of a much better realm that within itself may not be perfect, but is still more acceptable. And yeah, anything less than perfection is indeed unacceptable. Because even if you took away some of the worst suffering here, like being eaten alive by clawed out and life eating life here, and children with leukemia, and whatever terrible forms of suffering happen here every day, not by choice. Even if we were to completely leave that out, there's still the more mundane types of suffering we have to go through. Like women, or as women having to go, sorry, that's a dryer going off, having periods, which leaves us drained and sore and moody once a month, every single month, once we hit puberty. Like, what's the benefit in that? Even if you're going by an evolutionary standpoint, what's the benefit in that? There's none whatsoever. Except that it's required so we can bring more people into this realm so they can potentially, or yeah, undeniably suffer in some way, shape, or form. And the fact that there is just even things that we can nitpick on in this realm, the fact that those exist has to be a reflection of what created it. That's just how it is. You can even point at the man-made stuff, like controlled weather and chemicals in the food. Even the man-made stuff still ultimately goes back to whatever created this realm, because it designed a system that allows scum to rise to the top. Even the animal kingdom is the most ravenous, monstrous, strongest, and murderous animals that rise to the top. Why design a realm like that? Whatever happened to blessed are the peacemakers, right? Of course, the Bible contradicts itself over and over and over again. Even the idea that suffering is caused by our own choices, or it can be caused by your parents' choices, makes no sense. Because the Bible says, the son shall not suffer for the sin of the father, nor the father of the sons. Something like that. I mean, why should I bother to quote it directly? Because it contradicts itself again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Yahweh itself punishes fourth, third, fourth, fifth, whatever generation for whatever their fathers or whatever their ancestors did. So, I mean, that's just probably one of the biggest contradictions. I mean, of course, that Freemasonic, Jewish, Zionistic, Satanistic book is chock full of contradictions. Whether it's because of things that were added in later, things that were passages that were stitched together that were never meant to be stitched together into the same book. I mean, the whole thing is just a poorly edited, poorly put together mess. That's only good for studying how the three-letter J words operate and invert things. But, I mean, really, mostly, that's what I wanted to cover. I'd comment more on why on earth do they claim to be truthers and then defend the Bible if I thought they were serious about it. But of course they're not. They're not even Christians. They just claim to be. And apparently there's plenty of things that they've been accused of doing that I'm not going to go too much into until I have proper information, but there's some pretty I'll just say, damning stuff out there about Drew and his wife. It it really makes no sense, because no matter what, why would you not want to strive for something better? Isn't that the big story of the human race? Other than the so-called humans that are trying to make things worse for everyone, for the most part, humanity's trying to strive for making things better. And why would you not want that? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you justify suffering and then never strive for better? Make this realm better. I don't think we ever can fix it, but we can make it better. Even in small ways, I think it can help us, at least spiritually. Obviously the goal of this realm is to degrade our spirits, so if we can do small things for us and for each other, it can at least keep our spirits from degrading so much. But of course he doesn't care. I say he's probably a Mason himself. Again, I'm not going to go into some things that I've heard about him until I have the proper information all put together. But, one can speculate. And, this whole idea that for things to be perfect, that we would all have to be some kind of slave. Dude, look at what is already going on. Look at how AI is being used in China right now. Making kids slaves more than they already are there. Slavery. And robotic, drone, zombie-like people. That is already part of this hell realm. It's part of the evil here. That's part of evil. Are you gonna tell me that it is not possible for there to be a better realm out there, where people can still be individuals, all the while being in their own pleasure bubble? I guess I'll say that. Don't want to say that, but I guess that's a way to think about it. And don't you believe that if you just believe in Jesus, that you'll go to heaven? And you won't think heaven will be full of people stripped of their individuality? If there was heaven, which I don't think should be called heaven, it would just be another realm that's better than this one. I don't want to use the 3-letter J word term for it, but wouldn't that, according to your book, have to be a place that strips you of your individuality, so you can all like the same things, so you can own nothing and be happy? There's so many little differences among people, even people that almost seem like clones with one another. Like, I love spicy and peppery food, and all different types of music, and I like flowers. But then you can find someone else who doesn't like spicy food. He only likes one type of music and doesn't like flowers. So what would heaven be like to them if we both went there? Do you ever think about that? Or do you just want to mock people who confront your ideas? Y'all claim to want to listen to and read opposing ideas to yours, but when somebody brings up opposing ideas, all you can do is slander and mock? Contradictions with this guy. I swear I don't even know if he's worth responding to. And yeah, one of these days if I get a chance, dude, I'll hop on one of your streams. As you can tell, I can't talk for very long without starting to get a little bit hoarse, but one day I'll hop on. I don't live alone. Usually you only stream at night, and if I try to at night, I'll wake probably everyone in my house up, cause I mean, dude, I'll probably have to end up yelling just to be heard, because you want to turn people's volume down when they come on. But one of these days, maybe we can set up something, and yeah, I'll come on, and uh, I will absolutely give you opposing ideas, dude. I will confront you. You will not lambast me. That's one thing I will say. And hopefully I'll be able to talk longer without starting to get hoarse. I'm not a big talker. I don't talk a whole lot, which is probably something I should work on. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say for now. Hopefully this video will upload in a reasonable time and I won't have problems with it. But yeah, Drew, whole outline clique. Strive for better. Do better. Be better. Expect better. Demand better. And this is Lisa Daydreamer. Keep dreaming on.